What's up, guys? LBF back here, back again with another Vans review. Today we're taking a look at the EVDNT UltimateWaffle. Colorway on these is white. These are size 13 and retail was $100. Comes in your standard GR box, nothing special. Unfortunately, I'm doing this review a little bit later than I would have liked to. These actually dropped earlier this month, June 11th, releasing in 5 colors. There was a white, silver, black, translucent black, and a tan color. The white one here was my favorite by far, just because the jazz stripe really blended in nicely with the mesh. It was probably the most subtle of the colorways. The EVDNT here, still a name that I'm really not sure if it's dubbed the EVDNT or the EVDNT UltimateWaffle, as the box does have the UltimateWaffle piece on it, but definitely a silhouette that is super technologically advanced and is in some ways the little brother of the AVE Pro, which, I mean, it almost looks identical to, but I will get into the compare and contrast between the two models a little bit later on in the video. The UltimateWaffle, really referring to the sole here, is kind of like the star of the show. Not something that we are new to seeing, obviously seeing these on the AVE Pros. We also did see this same style of sole on a Taka release that dropped not too long ago, the Epoch Racers. I think it's definitely going to be something that we will start to see more of as we lead into 2022, but definitely a super dense, super thick, solid sole. This thing is going to last. Now, with the EVDNT here, this is a shoe that was designed more as a lifestyle shoe than a skate shoe. So taking components of the AVE Pro and just a skate shoe in general and adding it to this shoe to really make it the best shoe that it can possibly be. This one is definitely going to feature a little bit more focus on breathability and flexibility. So comparing the two, at least with the AVE Pro and the EVDNT here in terms of fit, I definitely got to give it to these ones for being a little more flexible. I do have a wider foot and I feel far more comfortable in these than I do in the AVEs. Not that I have any issues with the AVEs per se, but these ones are definitely a little more giving. Featuring the mesh material making up pretty much the entire upper of the shoe, with the exception of the overlays of tumbled leather here on the toe box, eye stay, and on the heel. The mesh itself definitely reminding me a little bit of Flyknit. As you can see, there's going to be some different changes in texture throughout the mesh, which is pretty rad. It does loosen up a little bit in some spots and tighten up, you know, in some spots as well. So definitely a unique design on the side here with the mesh. You do have the embroidered jazz stripe on here to give it a nice clean look. It does have a slightly shiny finish to it. The Vans flag on the side with the black Vans hit, that's going to be actually glued onto the fabric, so you cannot move that. You got some premium laces on here, which are going to be super stretchy, by the way. The Vans off the wall retro tag on the tongue here. Once again, a nod to the AVE Pro. And then we do see some type of rapid weld materials making an appearance here, kind of where like the ollie pad would be, to add to a little bit of protection on the side there, as well as underneath the leather overlay. On the interior of the shoe, we do see some nylon making up pretty much the entire lining on the back piece here, which is in a ripstop type pattern. Not really sure if it is ripstop, but a very cool futuristic looking design for sure. We also see that underneath the tongue. On the insole of the shoe, this is going to be a very thin insole, and these are not removable. They are glued onto the inside of the shoe there, but it is kind of like a memory foam, so it is quite comfortable. For the tongue itself, you do see that it's pretty much pretty open there. Definitely some great breathability with that tongue. And this is gonna have kind of like a booty fit as well. So you'll notice that pretty much on the inside of the shoe right here, all the way down, the tongue is connected. So it really does kind of have a sock fit to it, which once again is similar to the AVE Pro. You do have a bunch of different holes up here on the eyelets, which is a little bit different than what we've seen in the past with the Ave, you know, and just the styles in general, having like 4 eyelets up here. It kind of reminds me of like a Ultra range. I think they also do have multiple eyelets towards the top. As far as the sole itself, of course, like I said, it's going to be a far denser material than what you're used to seeing with like a vulcanized sole. So it does definitely, like, it's got a nice hard feel to it, but it's going to be in this translucent design, and you do see kind of like some blue hits underneath that, which is going to be actually from the insole there. It does feature this stabilizing plate in the middle of the shoe, also similar to what we see with the Aves. Now, having the 2 shoes side by side here, you guys can really make out the differences between the Evident and the Ave Pro. The Ave Pro, of course, was designed to be a skate shoe, so we do see the toe box kind of come back a little bit further there to help protect the ollie pad, which is by far the most high wear area on a skate shoe. You also see a little bit more rapid weld technology with the Ave Pro on the Jazz Stripe, the Ice Day, and then once again on that toe box. The Evident does come up a little bit higher on the heel to help kind of keep your foot locked in place and give it that more snug, secure fit. You'll also notice that the UltimateWaffle soles are slightly different in terms of the cut. Looking at the soles of the shoe, you'll also notice some differences. As mentioned previously, the stabilization shank or plate is going to be in a different spot, where with the Evident we see it separating the heel and the ball of the foot. The Ave has it right in the middle. You'll also notice a different tread on both shoes, the Evident featuring the hexagon print going slightly further up the toe. Overall, definitely loving the fit on these. Like I said, far superior to the Ave Pros in my opinion. Wide feet are gonna love these ones. So if you guys do get a chance to actually try these on in person, I highly recommend it, because this is gonna be a style that you're gonna want on your feet all day. As far as the fit on these, I would still recommend true to size. Like I said, it is kind of like a sock fit to it. Retail is gonna be $100. These are available at select Vans retail stores. You will find these at higher volume stores. But if you don't see them in store, definitely give them a chance online. And like I said, there are more color options available online, so definitely check that out as well. Well, anyways, hope you guys enjoy the review, and be sure to stay tuned for the on feed.